If you hear the song I sing, you will understand. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both. It's there at your command. Come on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Let us love one another right now. Right now. Right now. Whoa! Glorify. Hey, Tubies. That goes way back. That song is from, I think it was 1967. The Youngbloods Get Together. Great song. If you haven't heard it, check it out. I think you can find a copy on YouTube. Anyways, oh my gosh, it's so good to be with you. How you tonight, Lamb Chop? Yeah. Wait a second. Weren't you wearing that astrology pendant the other day? You didn't put it back in my jewelry box, did you? No, you didn't. You were supposed to come bring it to me so I could wrap it up in its cloth and put it in the case. Did you lose my astrology pendant? What do you mean? There was a big dog and you were running across the street and it might have fallen off. Oh no. You know how valuable that pendant was? That belonged to Jean Dixon. Well, we bet you need to go outside right now and see if it's out in the yard or in the street. Hi, Timmy. Oh my gosh. Lambshot just told me he lost the astrology. Remember, he had the gold astrology pendant from Jean Dixon that I bought. All right, you're going outside right now. All right, yeah, I'm gonna put you down. You march yourself out. You find that pendant. Why did you tell me you lost it? All right, well, find it, but you've got to go look. Go outside and look. All right, go. Oh my goodness gracious! What are we gonna do? Oh my heavens! That pendant better come back with lamb chop tonight. Oh, how you doing, Tubies? It's a Monday. You know, today's been my day off. Meredith Colabobs and I've been out shopping today. I really didn't buy much. I bought some push pins, you know, like little push pins you put in the wall. I bought some push pins. I can hang up some of my Zodiac tapestries. So I'll be showing you those tapestries, and I got some cool mushroom tapestries. That's going to be great. I'm working on my temple room. That's what I've been doing today. In between that, I've been looking at the star charts, having a lot of fun, you know. So what Baroness just right? She put something in the thing. She says, Bob's, I'm starving. Ask Lamb Chop if he's coming over for lunch. You are not. Don't say that. That makes him nervous. Coley, you can't eat him. He's lost my astrology pendant. He's got to get that back before we. No. You guys don't want Cola to eat lamb chop, do you? Oh, heavens, no. She keeps telling me that's her Christmas dinner. I said, not my lamb chop. No. Oh, my gosh, guys. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Gosh, I see a lot of you. There's Lady Jane, the Earl Grey teacher. Hello. There's Sandra D is here. Yeah, there's Amy Radcliffe here. Of course, Baroness Colebob's our moderator. Shout out to her, but she's not eating lamb chop. Yay. Oh, my gosh. Who else is there? There's Amy Radcliffe. Hello, Amy Radcliffe. Good to see you. There's the therapist is here. Welcome. You guys are great. Thanks for joining us. Listen, come and join us this Saturday for Psychic Development. Go register tonight because you know it'll fill up. We only have 30 spots for that class. There's Scott from South Carolina. Scott is here. Yay. Good to see you, Scott. Welcome. No, seriously, Saturday we're teaching a class. Oh, there's Blue Eyes. Hello, Blue Eyes 85. Good to see you. Welcome. Saturday I'm teaching a class on spirit photography. It's going to be about the history of photography in relation to spiritualism, how they've captured mediums in action, how photography has been used to capture evidence of paranormal phenomena, and how you can bring that into your practice and development of your spiritual self. So if you're interested in that, we'd love to have you come join our Saturday class. You can register for that. It's only $30, 2 hours training with me live on Zoom, and I limit it to 30 people. It's a live interactive class, so you'll get to talk to me face to face. I'll be there. It's $30. You can register over at my website. It's PsychicBob.com. So I'd love to have you join us for Saturday's class on spirit photography. Please come and join us. There's Michelle Marzana. Hello, Michelle. Good to see you. Welcome. Baroness Kolobob's, what's she up to? She just wrote something. I love shopping, but my Bob just drives me cracker. Come out of the store whacked when I get bored. I just say, Bobs, did you get that stuff you were going to buy today? And I always said no. All right. So there we go. Anyways, I am so glad you guys are here. Well, today is Monday, and as I told you, it's my day off. So I'm not doing psychic readings today. So don't ask me any psychic questions. I mean, you could ask, but I'm not answering. I just need a break. And I've been out, went into a nice lunch today. The Baroness went shopping, bought some push pins. I didn't buy much today, but sometimes it's just nice to get out of the house, And then I've been playing with the star charts today, looking at that. By the way, how you like what I'm wearing today? Check this out. I've got on my constellations, my astrology shirt. Isn't that cool? It's the star charts with the constellations. And I'm wearing a vintage 1960s pendant for Aquarius. Hold on, let me show you. This is one of my new pendants. I don't know if I've shown this to you. But that's an Aquarius guy. He's kneeling down. He's pouring water. He's got a vase. Can you guys see that? Let's see. There it is. Hopefully you can see that a little bit. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you can. I know we got a little glare here. But he's like kneeling down. He's dressed in Greek clothing, and he's pouring water out of a vase there in his hands. So I'm wearing that because, I'm an Aquarius, and I'm all into astrology. I'm developing an entire astrology shrine in my new temple room. It's going to be so cool. Y'all will love it. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to our show. And hey, there's Robin. Boston is here. Hey, Robin, good to see you. So I got on my star chart. By the way, also, I always forget to tell you guys, by the way, if you're new here, welcome. Please hit subscribe. And we may have new people drifting in tonight because I started promoting our show over on Instagram and TikTok. I'm putting out daily, well, I'll try to be daily. Sometimes I skip a few days, but I'm trying to be as much as I can. Daily astrology forecasts on Instagram and TikTok. You won't see that on YouTube. I'm trying to build up a following on those things. So I'm offering something a little different over there. So if you go over to either Instagram or TikTok or follow on both, my name over at Instagram is Psychic Bob, just PSYCHICBOB, all one word, lowercase, Psychic Bob, and the same on TikTok, Psychic Bob. So I would love to have you go over there and follow me because I'm putting out videos every day over there. I put out one today where I was out under the Sun Lord and I showed the Sun Lord and talked about the transits we're in. We're going to talk about that in more detail tonight. Over there, you get just a little snippet, but I tell people come to the astrology show on Monday because you're going to get all the details, Oh, thank you, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes says, oh, that's good. Thank you. All right. Blue Eyes 85 says, is this for Western astrology? Yes. I have an interest also in the Eastern astrology. It's called Vedic astrology, but I'm not doing Vedic astrology today. This is Western tropical zodiac astrology, the standard astrology like you get in the newspaper. When you go to a newspaper and they have the horoscope column, that's Western astrology. And that's what we're doing. It's also called sun sign astrology. So what we're going to do here, for those of you who are new, let me just kind of explain how all this works today. By the way, before I get into this, I need to explain everything in this video is my own creation. I do not take my astrology from either other astrologies or from websites, okay? Amy Radcliffe says, Bob, I clicked on TikTok and saw your video. Yay! Thank you. I'm so glad. Yeah, so that was a cool video. So definitely follow me on TikTok and Instagram. I'm going to have stuff there that is not on YouTube. So you don't want to miss anything, okay? I could put it on YouTube, but it's just too much work. Honestly, it's like, anyways, I need stuff that's unique to those platforms. So every day's astrology forecast, the daily forecast over on those sites. Okay. Now, let me just also say, so I don't get this is not taken from some astrology website, magazine, and I'm not copying any other astrologer. I do my own astrology. I've been studying astrology since 1978. Yes, like Bob's old, but I go back. And every day I look at the charts, I study the alignments, look at the signs, put it together in my own forecast. I have my own unique way of doing astrology, but it works. Works for me at least. And most of the people I read for say they really like it. So what you hear here is unique to PsychicBob. You won't get this from other astrologers or other websites. So, you know. By the way, today's forecast is for Monday, November the 7th, 2022 through Sunday, November the 13th, 2022. And this forecast covers all zodiac signs. The initial part is the major transits for the week. And then I'm going to do individual horoscope signs. So listen up and we'll get to that. Okay. So you, every single person watching this, you're getting a reading. Hey, there's Aaron Patricia. Hey, Aaron, listen, I'm going to call you tomorrow. Okay. I haven't forgotten you. I'm just behind on calls. I'm getting so many calls in. By the way, thank you to everybody who's been calling for private sessions. I am a little backlogged, but I will get to you. So please be patient with me. I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just a little backlogged, okay? So, Aaron, you're on my list to call tomorrow, okay? Today's my day off. I don't do phone calls. I don't answer the phone on Mondays. I just have to get away because, you know, in my lifestyle, I literally, if I wanted to, could work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have that many calls and letters. People always wanting a question, wanting this, wanting that. And I love to hear from you. So please do keep writing and calling. I'm not complaining. But I'm just saying, even PsychicBob has to have a day off. So on Mondays, I'm not answering your letters. I'm not answering your calls. But I do come here to do the astrology show because I love that. This is fun for me to talk about astrology. This is one of the ways I relax by playing with the star charts and seeing what's going on. So I hope you're having fun too. And let's have a fun time tonight, you know? All right. Thank you, DJ. DJ says, I love your astrological forecast, Bob's always accurate. Thank you, DJ. Blessings. You know, I see people are upset about me being on TikTok. Well, TikTok has been very good for my business, so I'm not quitting it. I know there's a lot of controversy around it, but it's working for me. If you don't feel comfortable going to TikTok, and I understand a lot of the controversy, then go to Instagram. I'm posting the same stuff on both. So I'd like to have more views on Instagram. It seems my Instagram following has disappeared for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, go follow me on Instagram if you don't want to do TikTok. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, I am so glad you guys are here. And so today's forecast, as I said, is for today, Monday, November the 7th, 2022 through Sunday, November the 13th, 2022. So the 7th of November through the 13th, 7-day forecast, okay? People say, Bob, why do you do forecasts on Monday? Because it's the beginning of the work week. A lot of people say that this helps them get through their week. And, you know, I always say it. If you can't buy a private reading and you can't come get a message on messages from the spirit world, come to the astrology show because I break down the next 7 days for you. Okay, so you'll get some help. All right, so what do we got going on here? Well, as I mentioned earlier, for those of you who saw me on TikTok or Instagram, our sun today is in Scorpio. That's bringing up a lot of deep emotion, a lot of feeling. Brings up psychism, but for some people, Scorpio makes them a little moody or oversensitive. Be patient with people today, okay? We've got our moon in the sign of Taurus, which is an earth sign, which should help balance out some of that dramatic emotions you might be feeling today, okay? Now, we have some challenging aspects today. And in the TikTok video and the Instagram, I didn't go into it as in depth. So I'm going to break some of this down a little more for you guys today, okay? So today we've got our sun is square Saturn. Squares are challenging aspects. Sun square Saturn means you might feel like you're getting blocked today. You're trying to get stuff going and you just can't get there, or you just feel like off kilter. Sun square Saturn also brings out sometimes in people a harsher element. They may be judgmental towards you. Not about, okay? Sun square Saturn can bring that out in people. It can make you feel like every time you try to get ahead, you just go backwards. So if you're having a day, all right, listen up, you're having a day like that, don't panic. PsychicBob understands. I've been there too. Don't panic. The other challenging aspect will help put this in perspective for you is that we've got our sun in opposition to Uranus. Uranus is the power planet of my sign, Aquarius. I love Uranian energy, but for a lot of people, Uranus is a planet that can produce chaos and erratic behavior. So you might have a day like next today, if you didn't have it, or tomorrow. You go to work, the boss is barking, you can't get a project done, and people are acting wonky. Just know that we've got both of those in motion today. Okay, Sun square Saturn, Sun in opposition to Uranus. Okay. Now, a lot of astrologers say oppositions are challenging aspects. I'm on the fence about this. Sometimes I see them as such, and sometimes I see them as power days. Sun in opposition to Uranus in a positive, if we interpret that as a positive aspect, means you can also have powerful insights and breakthroughs. So some of you listening today might say, you know, Bob, I didn't have a hard day. I just saw my way through all my projects. Boom, I understood stuff. I got stuff done. Sun in opposition to Uranus can, I believe, generate that as well. So, however, the reason why I'm viewing it as a little negative today is because the solar transit squares Saturn with that opposition, and Uranus kind of both, in my opinion, set up a challenging day. Now, we also have two other challenging things that are starting off. We got Mercury square Saturn. What that means is people may be harsh in their speech, and you may feel sometimes Mercury square Saturn makes you feel judged, like what you say. Like let's say you go to deliver a speech, and you're trying to explain something. You may feel like you're not getting anywhere, and that people are looking at you hostile, even if you're saying nice things. Mercury square Saturn can kind of block communications or block a sense, like you may not sense that you're doing well. Be careful not to jump the gun and judge people, because sometimes these astrological alignments can be really an interior perception rather than what's actually happening. Okay. And then we've got also Mercury, interesting, also in opposition to Uranus. So we've got the Sun square Saturn, we've got Mercury square Saturn. That's definitely some communication blocks. Then we have the Sun in opposition to Uranus and Mercury in opposition to Uranus. So today's one of those days, and I'd say for the next few days, really, you want to just kind of take it slow, be observant, don't run off, don't spout off at the mouth, because with that Mercury in opposition to Uranus, you might slip and say some really bad stuff that you didn't intend to. You know, Mercury square Saturn means you might set off, you know, people feel you're judging them or you're being judged by them. And this can just blow up in your face. All right, you know. All right, Amy Radcliffe's here, and she says, I'm Mercury ruled. No wonder it's been a bad day. Okay, Amy, since that's your ruling planet, that is going to affect you. So, you know, anyways, I hope that these alignments give you some insight. That's why I break down some of the major transits. Because, I mean, there's so many things. I could spend 3 hours talking about transits, but these are the main ones that are kicking off the week that are going to affect you going into the next few days. So I hope that this helps you a little bit, okay? All right, you guys with me? All right. So that's for all zodiac signs. If you're wondering, does that apply to me? Yes, it's for everyone. We're all under that canopy of the zodiac. All right, like think of this big zodiac wheel, right? That's covering the entire planet. So we're all under the influence of what's going on that wheel, okay? Now, let me also just say, because I got to clarify this, just because we talk about our challenging aspects does not mean that you should give up on living. Don't just say, well, I'm going to stay in my house all week. Bob said, you know, Sun square Saturn, I'm just not even going to bother. That is not how you want to approach this. What you want to do is go fully into your day, go fully into your life. I cannot stand it, and I see it on YouTube all the time. Astrologers try to act like we are so dominated by the planets that we have no options. I do not believe that. I am not a fatalist. I believe that forewarned is forearmed. We can live our life fully. There are things in motion that may be challenging, but if we know that, we can work around it. So if you got to go to work tomorrow, you're like, oh my God, I got to deliver a speech, and now Mercury's in opposition to Uranus. Look over your words. See if you put anything in that's political that could set people off. All right. Maybe simplify your points, because with that Mercury square Saturn, people just may not get it. They might say, well, what are you talking about? So this is a time in your communication to just simply be aware, go back, revise stuff, rewrite reports, take your time with stuff. And then you know what? You can come through and have a great time, and you can still have all these alignments and amaze people and be great at your job and not be judged and not mess up. People say, well, I thought you said all these planets are blocking us. Yes, the planets are in motion. It can create challenges, but you can work through that and around it to lessen that influence and make it end up being good. Are you guys with me? I really want to emphasize this because I just see it a lot on YouTube. Astrologers go, well, Mercury's retrograde and we're all shot to hell for the next month. I don't really believe that. And I'm not one of these people who will not go out of my house because the planets are challenged or we're being challenged by the alignments. Won't do it. I know what I'm up against, and then I can get through it. Okay. That's why I teach astrology here on Mondays, because I want to kind of offset some of the damage that some of the astrologers in the world are doing. A lot of them are fatalists, and I mean, I can't judge them for how they interpret it, but I'm just going to say I think it's sad when an astrologer puts you in a place where you feel like your life is just frozen for a month. I don't believe that. Do not believe it. Will not teach it ever. I don't care what they say. I don't believe it. Anyways, so let's take this and turn it into a power aspect in our lives. You guys with me? Okay. All right. All right. Baroness Kolobov just says, my last Mercury retrograde wasn't that bad. At first, I was like, oh, here we go again, another storm. But my Bob helped me through it. Thank you, Cola. And I did. Remember, there are ways around it. And plus, don't I always say every week, for those of you who are new here, you'll learn this in time. That wheel of the Zodiac is always in motion. We look at Zodiac wheels and think they're just frozen. But right as we're talking, that wheel is actually turning. And that means we're getting new help every day. Things are shifting. We've got to work our way through it, but it's not fatalistic that we can't ever change. Don't believe that. All right. Now I have stood on my soapbox and preached a while. As you know, PsychicBob likes to preach. All right. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a communicator. All right. We're going to spin around our big zodiac wheel, and I'm going to give you individual horoscopes for each zodiac sign. All right, you guys with me? Now, if you don't know what zodiac sign you are, listen up. I'm going to give you the birth date range after I announce the sign. When you hear the sign where your birth date range falls, and you're like, oh, that's in my birthday time, that's your sign. Okay, keep it simple. Now, I get it every week, no matter how many times I explain it, so I'm going to say it again. Every week, somebody writes me in a panic after the show. Well, Bob, I don't know what to do because you told me in your horoscope that I'm an Aries. I was born on April 19th, and you said I'm an Aries, but the other astrologer said that I'm a Taurus. I don't know what to do. Who's right? You're what we call a cuspy. You're on the line. And each year, the zodiac shifts a degree or two forward or backwards. Don't panic. We can get down to what you exactly are. But that just means you're on the cusp. You absorb energy from both sides. Listen to both horoscopes, and you'll figure out which one you are. You can also get in a private astrology session with me, and I will break it down through the ephemeris and find out which actual sign you are. I'll have to have your exact birth date, though. All right, we can do that. If you want to do that, I do offer a compact astrology voice readings. So if you're interested in that, let me know. You can contact me at my website. Over there, you can buy a compact voice reading and then send me an email and say this is for astrology. They're same price. Compact voice readings is psychic reading, where I interpret your future and bring forth messages. The astrology reading is where I put together your astrology chart and interpret it for you. So I can do either, same price, $80. All right, so let's talk about what is going on for each of you. Everybody listen up. If you're here tonight, you're getting a little reading. All right. All right, first sign on our wheel tonight. Aries. Hello, Aries. March 21st through April 19th. All right, so if your birthday is between March 21st and April 19th, you're Aries. Got it? So don't say to me, well, Psychic Bob, I'm April 5th. What am I? Am I an Aries? Yes. March 21st through April 19th. If you're on April 19th, you're still Aries. If you're on March 21st, you're still an Aries. Okay, so the 21st through the 19th of April. All right. Right now, Aries, what you've got going is your sign is on the ascendant. That means the universe is calling you to step out, to be bold. You've got power of the first house leading your sign now, which means it is your time, Aries, to stand in your truth, show your light, show your knowledge. Do not be shy and retiring. You've got everybody literally listening. You've got an audience, Aries. So whatever you need to say, whatever you need to express, maybe you're at a job and you're like, man, everything is so messed up. Nobody's listening to me. All right, this week, Aries, you have the cosmos's backing to stand up and say, listen, I'd like to address some things. We need to change some things. Let me be part of the solution. And that's this thing, Aries. Don't sit and be a victim. Change your reality this week. You have not only people watching, you have the cosmos empowering you to be loved by the people watching. Maybe a few weeks ago, you tried to address the issues and you got ignored or laughed at. The wheel of Zodiac's moving. So now it's time for Aries to claim your power, speak your truth, stand in your light, and make a change happen. And then in the process, guess what? You get to be, what do we say? Shout out, glorified. There you go, Aries. All right. Stand in your power. All right. Next sign on our wheel, we're spinning through the wheel, is Taurus, April 20th through May 20th. All right, Taurus. Hold on a second. I can't read my notes here. By the way, you can see how many notes I take to do this show. Look at that. That chicken scratch. All right. I handwrite everything. All right. This week, Taurus, this may be a little challenging for you because Tauruses are used to being the big leader and having their way. This week, Taurus, for you, it's about being emotionally vulnerable. And that's a little scary for Tauruses. Now, don't let that terrify you. What you want to do is sit down with people and share how you really feel and what you really think. Honesty is your key word this week, Taurus. You can't hide. Taurus are so powerful. A lot of people just take their word at face value. But this week, Taurus, people are going to see through you. They're going to see your heart and your soul. And you've got the moon and the North Node both in your first house. In the first house, which is putting you in touch with that emotional self. The North Node is about how you feel going forward. What is the future? What has brought you into this life? And this is a time, Taurus, where you got to say, this is, what's the saying? Where the metal meets the road, the pedal meets the metal. I don't know. Anyways, tire meets the road. Taurus, you're going to want to move forward in your life. But to move forward, you have to touch in on the emotional self. Honor how you feel about situations. Honor how you feel with other people. All right? And there's compromises. Compromises. I'm a Taurus. All right, compromise. There you are. So it's about sharing how you feel. It's about being vulnerable. It's very hard for Tauruses to be vulnerable, but you got to open that heart chakra this week. You got to just be real. Keep it honest. If you're unhappy with the situation, maybe you're in a relationship and you feel like your spouse is just, trashing you and walking all over you. Sit down and have the heart and say, I need you to hear me. You're not hearing how I feel. Open up. Let them in. Be honest. What will come out of this week for Taurus is a lot of emotional healing. But this Taurus is pushing you on your journey in a way that will also bring success. So you don't have to fear losing people's support by opening up or fear the world's going to turn against you. In fact, you'll have more allies and more success through doing it this way. All right, Taurus, I know that's a big challenge, especially for Tauruses. But like I say, that's what the stars show, and it is what it is. So roll with it, Taurus. You're gonna make it. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Gemini, and that's May 21st through June 20th. All right. This week, Gemini, you have an interesting role because you're student and teacher all at the same time. There's a lot of energy right now that's coming from Mars that's in your sign in the third house right now, which is this opening up communications, inspiration. You're taking on a lot of knowledge. It's like a channel of knowledge is opening for you, Gemini. But you're being fed that knowledge, not just to keep to yourself, but to then share with those around you. So Gemini, you are the student and the teacher throughout the week. You're going to wear different hats and allow that to happen. If you feel stuck, be honest with people. Say, I don't know the answer to that. And then call on the power of Mars to channel through and see what you get. This is a great week for Geminis who are into trance channeling, to commune with their guides, to learn and to share the others. If you're a Gemini and you're a channeler, do some sessions this week because many people's lives will be blessed by that power that's flowing through Gemini right now. Gemini, for those of you who are looking for a job, this is also a great week. Go into your interviews sharing what you know, because you may have a weird sort of quirky knowledge about something. Maybe you still know how to write in basic programming and nobody does that. But the one company you're interviewing with says, we can't find anybody to program our database in basic programming. And there you go. Now, people think you're weird for being back in 1978. But guess what? It's the quirk that gets you in. So share your knowledge. It will help advance you and others. So there you go. Channel it through. Let Mars lead you. Blessed be. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Cancer. And Cancer is June 21st through July 22nd. Cancers, this week you get to be a homebody. Cancers may feel very homey. You may not even want to go to work. If you can take some personal days, do it. This week it's about being cozy in the home, working on projects for the home. Your sign right now is falling in the fourth house, which is really pushing you to want to kind of nest. If you're a Cancer and you say, I'd like to just stock up on some food for the winter, like to kind of get my house together, finish knitting those blankets so the family can wrap up and watch movies, you're going to feel very homebody-ish, very cozy, centered, focus around the home, fixing the furniture, painting the walls. Honor that home, that nesting instinct, Cancer. That's where your power lies this week. And that's going to open up not only a sense of peace for you, but it's going to help those who you love because they'll feel safe and cozy. So you're nesting not only for you, but for anybody who shares your space with you, friends and family. And that's what it's about, Cancer. There's no planets this week that are pushing you into major drama. There's no major career energy right now, Cancer. You may find like in terms of work, it's a little standard ho-hum, and that's okay. So that's why I'm saying, Cancers, you can invest in yourself this week at home. And if you can take some vacation time or personal days, I'd do it. Put your energy into that, into your home, and you'll be better for it, and so will everybody else. All right, there you go. Your key word, Cancer, is nest. Nesting this week. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Leo. I love Leos. A lot of movie stars are Leos. July 23rd through August 22nd. Leo, this week for you, you're pretty intense as a sign. A lot of Leos are like full on fire energy. This week, Leo, it's interesting. It's the total opposite for you. Right now for Leos, your sign is in the fifth house, which is about love, romance, and lightheartedness. For you, it's right now about just goofing off, living, loving, and laughing. And if romance comes along for you, Leos, be open to that. But even with romance, the energy is not like intense, like, oh, we're making a life pact. This is like lighthearted flirtation, getting to know people. So Leos, keep it really light this week. Don't try to get intense because it'll backfire on you. So if you're a Leo and you're like, well, I got my eye on that certain person, and I'm just going to go and get them to marry me this week, probably not going to go that way. It's really about enjoying the company, laughing, living, loving. Let it just be natural. Don't force issues this week, Leo. Don't try to dominate the scene. Don't try to be bigger than life. Leo's your sign. As I said, a lot of movie stars are Leos, and they're bigger than life, and they're great communicators, and they get the whole world to follow them. But Leo, this week it's about more intimate connections with people. Maybe just hanging out with one or two friends, going on a date, but not getting all serious right now. So don't try to control the world. You just get to play this week and have fun. And that's really what it's about. So live, love, and laugh. Keep it light, and you're going to rock it. Thank you, Leo. All right, next sign on our wheel is Virgo. Love Virgo. I love all the signs. There's no sign that I don't like. I have some that are a little challenging at times, but I won't go into that. All right, Virgo, August 23rd through September 22nd. This week, Virgo, it's all about the mind. You are the intellects this week. You are all about expanding your horizons, particularly through learning. And the stars today indicate kind of self-directed learning. It's not so much you have to go sign up for a formal, master's degree program, but it's more about looking at where you could improve your skills. It's about self-improvement. Maybe you're a Virgo and you're working for a law firm and you've thought, I always wanted to be an herbalist, not a legal secretary. Well, maybe this week just explore options to start a new career path. Maybe you need to go get some licenses in herbology or herbalism. Expand your horizons through learning right now. And if you want to just do self-directed learning, maybe you even want to learn how to do astrology, but you can't find an astrology teacher near you. Well, just start getting some books on astrology. Start learning how charts work and how to read them and all of that. This week, Virgo, it's about expanding of the mind to be able to move yourself forward to the next phase of your life. So for some of you, it may be radically different. Like I said, you might work for a law firm and you're ready to leave that all behind and become an herbal healer. You see, I'm not saying you have to do herbal. I'm just use it as an example. But that's kind of the energy that's around Virgo. So think about your future, what you need to learn to get there, and start that process. All right, you with me, Virgos? Virgos, capital V. Woo, all right, victory for Virgos. All right, next sign on our wheel is Libra. I love Libras, the scales. Libra's birth dates are September 23rd through October 22nd. Hold on, Libra. I can't read my notes here. It's like about chicken scratches. I'm spinning around, putting charts together, trying to read and write at the same time. All right. Yeah, right now your sign Libra is drawing power from the 6th and 7th houses. And this really is about service to humanity. But it's also about love. 6th house deals with service to others, your place in the world. 7th house tends to draw in love into your life and relationships. And right now, Libra, you're kind of going to discover that if you want love in your life, you have to draw it through you to service to others. This is a great week for Libras to explore volunteer opportunities. Maybe there's a food bank down the street and they're looking for volunteers. And you might find that you go work at the food bank and help distribute food, and you meet your future partner there. You see, as you serve others, you open up yourself to bringing others into your life for love. So you Libras can't just sit on the couch. You don't get to be like the Cancers. Now, the Cancers, as I said, they can sit on the couch all week and watch movies. But you Libras, you've got to be more involved in the world this week. This is what it's about. It's about going out, serving others, and in the process being open to bringing others into your life through that experience. Okay? So go see and be seen, as they say. Give yourself your time, your energy, your talents to helping others. And then you're drawing back into your life, kind of karmic, really, isn't it? Good things into your life. Love others, serve others, and then love comes into you. And that's what you got to do. If you're a Libra, sit around and say, I don't have a relationship. Nobody loves me. I can't get a date. I don't love nobody. Just forget that. Just forget the self-pity trip. We all get lonely at times. Don't dwell on it. Say, I'm going to go help somebody less fortunate. Isn't that what the star people or the spirit people say to us? In the seance last week, they were talking about serving others. I think that's really true, and I think Libra should work on that. So as you go serve others, your life changes. There you go, Libras. You got your homework this week. You'll rock it. I know you will. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Scorpio, the big scorpion. Right now, just so you know, Scorpio, we are still in your sign. We're in the sign of Scorpio from October 23rd through November 21st. So it is still the power time for Scorpios. And, you want to take advantage when the sun is in your sign. It's the whole month is your power time. So happy birthday. I forgot to say it. Happy birthday to our Scorpio babies. Yay, Scorpio. All right. Scorpio, this is a bit of a mystical week for you guys. This week, Scorpios want to focus on meeting people. Now, what's going to happen when you Scorpio is very interesting, is it shows a lot of 7th and 8th house energy with you. And some of this deals with soul connections connected to past lives. And so you may find that you're meeting people this week that may be absolute strangers. And as you're talking to them, you say, oh my God, I feel like I've known you from another life. You may have this opening, Scorpio, this kind of psychic premonition, the psychic knowledge, this, deja vu experience where you feel like you've connected to somebody, but it's almost like another lifetime. Be open to that this week because the spirit and, the stars really are aligning things to have you have people in your life that look like they're connected to past lives. There's going to be a lot of mystery and kind of mysticism around Scorpios this week, all right? And what it indicates is that these meetings may have a past life love connection for Scorpios. So you might meet somebody who ends up being your future love, but they've also been your love in a past life. This is where kind of, and I'm not a big believer in soulmates, as many of you know, but I do believe occasionally it happens. And if it's going to happen for anybody this way, Scorpios, you got kind of, I guess I would call it soulmate energy going on for you. So be open to these chance encounters, these connections that have a kind of a past life link that are coming into the current life. Isn't that interesting? So Scorpio, I think that's kind of fascinating. I can't wait to hear about you Scorpios, what you experienced this week and what that's like for you. I think there's some romances coming for some Scorpios. And if you do have this happen and you understand, next week come and bring us and tell us about it. I want to hear about it, okay? All right, next Monday we're going to do this again. All right, next sign on our wheel, we're spinning. What's that song? To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn. And what's the rest of the lyrics? And a day. I don't know the lyrics. Anyways, a date for everything under heaven. So motivate. All right. Next sign on our wheel is Sagittarius. That's November 22nd through December 21st. I can never forget Sagittarius. My mother was a Sagittarius. She loved it. She wore Sagittarius jewelry. She had Sagittarius paperweights in her house. She just loved being a Sag. God rest her soul. All right. So November 22nd through December 21st. Sagittarius, this is your week to withdraw from the world. Your house is transiting the 8th and 9th houses now, which is opening up deep spiritual wells of knowledge and introspection. Sagittarius may feel a little melancholic this week, like remembering the last few years and thinking of the good things and the bad things and reflecting on loss, reflecting on gain. You may be feeling very philosophical right now, a little nostalgic. This Sag, be gentle with yourself this week. Don't feel like you got to rush out and impress the world. You're sharing a lot this week, really. I would say with the Tauruses, there's a lot of energy around you guys where it's like, go deep, be honest with your feelings, spiritual introspection. Where are you on your soul journey, Sagittarius? Are you feeling like you've missed something along the way? Let's revisit that. Maybe you're a Sag and you're just waking up that you've lived your whole life chasing after material things only to find that they really don't satisfy you. And now you're ready for your soul quest. Sagittarius, I plead and implore you, honor that this week. It is life-changing and it is life-affirming. You Sagittarius do not need to fear this zodiac wheel. It is giving you power to heal, to find direction, to move forward. Trust your inner voice. Trust yourself. Allow it to lead you and to guide you. And you are going to have an amazingly profound and mystical week. So there you go, Sag. If that's not enough homework, let me know. All right. Woo, you got you. Everybody comes to Psychic Bob for a reading, gets a homework assignment. Those of you who had private readings with me, I make you do work. And I tell you, if you do, next time you have a reading with me, if you haven't done your homework, I'm going to be all over you like white on rice. All right. All right. So next sign on our wheel is Capricorn. El Caprio. And our Baroness is a Capricorn. El Magneto is El Caprio. All right, Capricorn, December 22nd through January 19th. For those of you Capricorns who are in the career world, this is a week where you get to shine. Capricorns are going to find that they're drawing attention from powerful people of influence who want to recognize their talents, people who want to offer them rewards. This is a week where you are going to find that you can go deep, discover how to move ahead, how to break through. You got Pluto in your 10th house, which means breakthroughs, partnerships, uncovering things that nobody else can solve. This is a week for Capricorn to show their talents, and those talents, that energy gets recognized by people around you. If you're a Capricorn, step up to the plate, give your opinion, share your insight. Don't be shy and retiring, because important people will be watching you. Important people will say, you know what? I like that Capricorn's ideas. Capricorn, come here, tell me more. And then you're in front of a big corporate executive. And they're like, you know what? I like your idea. Here's a $10,000 bonus. You rock. All right? Capricorn, you're going to get the attention of important people. I want you to take that. I want you to use it. Use it for your advantage. This is a time to be recognized, and you get rewards for that recognition. And I feel in Capricorn's case, this is in many cases is literally very tangible rewards, a promotion, a new job offer, a chance to move into your, ideal place, your dream job, your dream home. Things start to come together for Capricorn, but only for those Capricorns who are willing to go in front of powerful people and share their truths and share their knowledge. All right. So don't be shy and retiring, Capricorns. Speak your truth, share your knowledge, use it to move yourself forward, use it to get recognized. And there are literal tangible rewards coming for Capricorns who are open to this. There's your homework, El Caprio. All right. Woo. All right, we got another side. Hold on, I got to drink some tea, though. All right, next sign on our wheel. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Oh, what's the song I like to sing? The wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round all the livelong day. I knew that drove people crazy last week. But it's fun, isn't it? All right. Aquarius. Now, I'm not a little, somebody wrote to me and said, isn't that a conflict of interest, writing your own horoscope? And I said, heck no. The stars are above us. I'm meant to see it, meant to know it. So no, there's no such thing as conflict of interest. And I don't skew the Aquarius horoscope, so it's always good for me. I don't do that. Somebody asked me, they said, oh, since it's your own horoscope, you make it better than it really is. No, I don't. I treat all the zodiac signs the same. All right, so Aquarius, what do you got going? Aquarius is January 20th through February 18th. All right, Aquarius. Ooh, your traditional ruling planet of Saturn right now is falling in the 11th house. Aquarius, this is pushing you to focus on your goals and achievements. Aquarius, right now, you may feel a little ambitious. You may feel pressure to succeed, pressure to kind of get things going. Honor that. Let it be a source of power, not a source of detriment. If you're Aquarius and you're like, I feel a little behind on that project. If I could only get that going, things would be better. Honor that. Now, don't stress yourselves out and be overwhelmed by it, but there's energy of the cosmos to make you get to your goals. So Aquarius, this is not the time to sit on your duff thinking about, oh, isn't the moon pretty? No, you look at the moon as you're working to get things done. All right. So Aquarius, you know what to do. You got projects galore, and make it a goal. Make it literally sit down, make a list of what your goals are, make an accomplishment list. And as you do them, check them off. Because you're going to find that's like, wow, I'm making really good progress. But until you monitor that progress, you're going to feel a little like, I hope I'm getting there. Make it very concrete this week, Aquarius. It's about focus. It's about checking off your list. It's about following your goals. Some of you Aquarius said, I have this great goal, but it really must be beyond me. There's no way I could ever accomplish certain things. Don't do that to yourself, Aquarius. This week, say, you know what? I'm going to go for the gold. I am going to try to make that goal. I don't care if everybody says I can't do it. I'm going to prove them wrong. Start your checklist and work methodically. Aquarius, you can accomplish a lot as long as you stay focused on the process. See, where Aquarians often get challenged, and I'm an Aquarius, so I can speak to this, is we Aquarians get up in our heads and we start over-intellectualizing stuff and theorizing and dreaming. When we got to get down, get focused. So Aquarius, this week, come out of the clouds, because I know all of us reside up there. We Aquarians do, at least. We're on the earth. We're going to act like an earth sign this week. Get her done. Remember that was that Larry the Cable guy used to go, we got to get her done, right? Well, we got to get her done, Aquarius. Practice, focus, keep your list, check off your tasks, make your goal. And at the end of the week, you're like, darn, I got more stuff done than I planned. And even if you haven't mastered your final goals by the end of the week, I bet you're going to say, I am so much further ahead. Wow, this has been a really good week. And you got the power to continue into the next week. So don't give up on your goals. Be practical, be focused, come down out of the clouds, make it happen, and you will get glorified. There you go. All right. Yay, Aquarius. How's that? All right. Spin it around. Well, let's do our song again. The wheel of the Zodiac spins round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheel of the Zodiac goes round and round all the live long day. Some in that Earl Grey tea. I think there's something in that tea. Oh, well, I'll drink it anyways. All right. Oh, Baroness is so sweet. Baroness said, Aquariuses have the most beautiful souls. Thank you, Baroness. All right. Angela Prayer Pump says, that'll be in my head all day. Thank you. Love music. There you go. Now you got a little song to play in your head. All right. Oh my gosh. What did you say? Angela Prayer Pump says, maybe it's supercharged tea with some energy from spirit. I believe that tea comes straight from heaven. It's a sacrament in my world, so possibly so. All right. Next side on our wheel is Pisces. February 19th through March 20th. All right, listen up, Pisces. Oh, excuse me. All right, hold on. We got a lot of stuff going on, Pisces. All right, this week, Pisces, don't go it alone. It's all about teamwork for you. This week, teamwork brings your long-term goals into focus. Right now, you've got Jupiter and Pluto transiting through the 12th house. It's about getting things done, conclusions, but it's through teamwork. Pluto brings people together in alignment. Jupiter means great rewards. So working together for you, you can accomplish a lot this week. But think on long-term goals, because the alignments also can indicate you can get trapped in the moment and there can be some challenging discussions. So always bring the group back to what is the bigger goal. Don't get stuck in the minutia. Jupiter means what is the bigger goal? What is the bigger blessing? All right. With that Pluto aspect as well, you may discover hidden truths and discover unsolved mysteries. So if you're a Pisces and you've been thinking, you know what, every year, we try to put out the annual report and the Xerox machine breaks down, right? Maybe you're the person to go figure out why the Xerox machine breaks down. That could be a hidden truth. And you realize that it didn't break down. Somebody's just unplugged the cord and the machine's fine. That can be a hidden truth. It doesn't always have to be big and mysterious. But you will find, Pisces, as you align with others, you have the power to meet the goals, and in the process, open up some mysteries and solve things to get everybody in alignment, moving together, and on the same page. So you're very much a leader this week, Pisces. So build your team, conquer your goals, and you're going to rock it. You share a lot with Aquarius right now, and that they're very goal-oriented. Pisces, though, it's more of a group effort rather than the individual. Aquarians are a little more individualistic this week. Pisces are more group-oriented. So that's kind of the difference between both of them. So if you're a Pisces, all right, think of your team. If you're a Pisces, go, well, I don't know anybody. Think about what you want to accomplish. All right. So let me give you an example to help you understand this. So maybe your goal is you think, I'd like to put new carpet in my house, right? You're thinking, well, I don't know what to do. I have to move the furniture. I got to buy the carpet. How am I going to do this? Don't try to do it on your own. Call Home Depot. Tell them that you'll buy carpet from them, provide they move the furniture and install it. And they'll be like, hey, we can send a crew of 5 guys. We can have it done in 3 hours. Boom, you just got your house recarpeted. You built a team. Make sure to bring iced tea to the workers. Whenever I used to have houseware, I always bring iced tea to the workers. Keep everybody happy. Build your team. Maybe you're somebody who feels like you want to start a company, but you feel like you need some help. Start contemplating who would help you. Maybe you have a friend that you've known for years who always wanted to go into business with you. Maybe this is time to revisit that. Your team doesn't have to necessarily be big. It can be just you and another. But think in terms of unity with others to achieve your success. All right, there you go. So like the Aquarius says, you got to get her done, get serious, get focused, check those lists off, and do it. Don't do it alone. Do it with others. You're going to rock it. Build your team. All right, build your team this week. You're going to rock it. And there we go. We have spun around our big Zodiac wheel. Do we want to do the song again? No? Okay, I'll spare you. Hold on. I'm hearing some. Lamb Chop. Hold on. I think Lamb Chop. Is that you? Am I hearing you, Lamb Chop? Are you back? You're back. Okay, where are you going? Okay, hold on. Yeah, all right. What do you got? Let me see. Oh, you did. You found it. Lamb Chop found in my missing Jean Dixon necklace. Now, Lamb Chop, where did you lose that necklace? It was in the street when you were being chased by the dog. And you found what? It was almost going down a drain in the street, a drain pipe, a gutter. My gosh, guys, for those of you who weren't here earlier, if you tuned in late, we started off the show. I had State of Anxiety. Lamb Chop's been wearing this pendant all week. This is a valuable pendant. This used to belong to the famous astrologer, Jean Dixon. It actually belongs part of her private jewelry. And I acquired some of her estate and some of her jewelry. And I let Lamb Chop wear this all week. And I've been telling him every day, like, don't lose that jewelry, Lamb Chop. Today he shows up at the show. And it's Astrology Monday. Of course, I'm going to be noticing that pendant. And he is without the pendant. Thank God he found it. He said a dog chased him and he ran. It fell off while he was running across the street to the yard. I'm not going to let you wear this anymore. I think you had enough drama, okay? You don't need this. I'll get you your own Aries pendant to wear, or another one if you like, okay? That's okay. I know you didn't mean to lose it, but it is a valuable necklace. So I appreciate you finding it. That was a close call, man. I almost lost this pendant. But this actually, for those of you who are tuning, I'm not joking. This is actually a famous pendant. I do actually own famous jewelry from the famous psychic Jean Dixon. She was a famous psychic an astrologer. Some of you are old enough to remember. If you don't know who she is, look her up, Jean Dixon. But when she lived near me, when she died, I bought out some of her estate items. And so I actually have some of Jean Dixon's personal jewelry. And this was her Zodiac wheel, one of her pieces of jewelry. There it is. Let's see. You can see it here. So it's the wheel of the Zodiac. It's got little crystals around it. Isn't that cool? And it's got the original chain still from the 1970s. So thank God, Lamb Chop, you're not wearing any more Jean Dixon jewelry, okay? All right. Why don't you go over and sit down so I can finish talking to everybody, okay? All right. No, I will hold on to this. Thank you. That's a close call. Lose my Jean Dixon. I better put it on just for good luck. Feels good to have it back on. All right. I can wear 2 pendants. Why not? Well, listen, guys, we are at our hour, but I'll take a few minutes if you want of some astrology questions. Thank you, Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes says, that was awesome. Thank you, Bob. And you know, Blue Eyes, I'm so glad you joined us. Do you know this is, of all the shows I do every week, this has the smallest turnout. Nobody ever comes to my Monday show. And it's been this way for years, and I don't know why. But I'm glad that I'm so glad that you joined us. And we do this every Monday, so come and join us. We have a lot of fun here. Yeah, Lamb Chop found my famous necklace. You know, I have a few pieces of her jewelry, and I actually am going to will it to the Smithsonian when I die because it's part of American history. And she's a very famous person. I think it should be in the, the American history collection of famous people in the U.S. So I'm going to give it to the Smithsonian as my legacy to them. I'm not joking. This is actually real. Okay. Thank you so much. Angela Purple says the energy off that pendant is fantastic. Well, I have a number of pieces. Maybe next week, I'll bring my Jean Dixon astrology jewelry and show you the collection that I have. Different pieces from her. But I just love this pendant. It's really pretty. It shines. And it's in great condition. All of her jewelry she took care of, There's Michelle Marzano. Michelle, you're on my list to call. Thank you so much. Okay, I haven't forgotten you. All right. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm not doing calls today. All right. Angela Prayer Poem says, I'm usually working at this time. Glad I managed to catch part of it. I'm so glad you're here. Wonderful. Thank you, Lady Jane. Lady Jane, the Earl Grey Tea Tribe says, best astrology ever. Grateful for that, Bob and Cola. Thank you. Yes, big shout out to Baroness Colbos for helping out today with our chat. She always keeps us safe from the trolls. Baroness says, thanks everyone for coming along today. Thank you. Yes. Blue Eyes 85 says, I try to watch all your videos. You being so giving of your time and energy is so kind of you. I'm very grateful. Thank you, Blue Eyes. I'm glad you appreciate it. I've been on YouTube 15 years, and we're really like a family here at my channel. I try to be in touch with all my subscribers and viewers, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Robin Boston has an astrology question. She says, what is a blood moon, and why did someone tell me there would be a blood moon tonight? Yes, actually, I did hear there's a blood moon. I haven't been out to check it. I'm not sure about that, to be honest. I've been so busy this last month. I haven't had time to check on what the status is on that, but somebody else told me it was a blood moon tonight. Now, historically, the blood moons represent, from an astrology place, now don't go running into the street screen, it can represent challenging times coming to the earth. Blood moons often foreshadow wars historically or some crisis on the earth. I think we've seen enough flare-ups around the world. I can't talk about it because of YouTube, the rules. We've seen enough flare-ups across the globe that if it is blood moon, I just didn't have time to check it today, that I'm going to take that as a sign we need to be careful, okay? Now, we have our moon in Taurus today, which fortunately is a grounded sign, it's an earth sign. But it can also, for some people, Taurus moon can inspire desire for control. So if we see in the next few days after this moon, some crazy things happen, I won't be surprised. But the blood moon What causes is it's an eclipse. When the moon and the earth blocks the light of the sun, and it creates a reddish glow on the moon. Because it's shadow light, and it bends the light from the sun. It creates a red glow on the moon. That's what it is astronomically. And astrologically, it foreshadows war generally. Because it was believed to be the energy of the god Mars in the ancient days. Okay. Thank you so much. I hope that helps. Yes, Baroness Kolbobs is right. She says it foreshadows fire, famine, flood, storms, and war. Yeah. There's Blue Eyes 85 has a question. It says, Bob, what do you think of the eclipse coming tomorrow morning? Good things ahead or not so good? You know what I say about eclipses? I don't really get worried about them. I know a lot of the ancients always said an eclipse was a sign of a warning. I believe eclipses are a sign of introspection. That means we're asked to go within ourselves and figure out where we are in our journey. So I would say use the eclipse to do introspective work. Don't make it everything a fear-based. This again goes back to what I was saying earlier. I cannot stand it when astrologers make everything fear-based. Historically, can it mean that? Yes, it can be a time of challenge, but it can also be a time of just inner power. So I hope that helps. Good questions. All right. Yes, Angela Prayer Poem says, I love eclipse energy. It's very strong. Maybe if we just grab it and lead it, we can steer it for good. That's what I believe, actually. So I think so. I absolutely agree with you on that. Okay. Very good, Angela. Thank you. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to close it up. I'm really tired. Today is my day off. But I want to thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this tonight. And I'm going to go out and walk under the moon a little while. And hopefully I can see it tonight. They said storms were coming, but we'll see. But thank you for being here. Listen, we'll be back here. Be back here tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon Eastern U.S. time. That's 12 Eastern, 11 Central, 10 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Pacific. For those of you in Europe, it'll be 5 p.m. London time, 6 p.m. Paris time, or continental Western Europe. For live psychic messages, I'll be doing live readings, seeing what the spirit guides have for all of us, bringing over messages from the other side. Tomorrow, join us for messages from the spirit world, 12 o'clock noon Eastern USA time, and every other time zone there. You know where to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon. Tuesday is the only day that we do a live show at 12 o'clock noon, and I'll see you tomorrow. You guys rock it. Psychic Bob loves you, and thank God I got my jewelry back that Lamb Chop lost. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Have a good night. Oh, and let me say one more thing. Remember this. If you're at a time of struggle in your life, never give in to despair. Just pause, take a deep breath, calm down, and look to the stars, because that wheel of the Zodiac is always in motion. And what it brings into our lives each day are new alignments for power, hope, and fresh starts. So don't give up. Let the stars guide you and be your friends on your journey. Keep a little faith, a little hope, a little love in your hearts, and you're going to get through. I love you guys. Thanks so much. Good night.